After the early years of his post-Beatles career were marked by lukewarm reception and harsh criticism, Paul McCartney was in desperate need of a major win. That breakthrough finally arrived in 1973 with Band on the Run, an album that saw McCartney and a much-reduced version of Wings exceed all expectations. Today, Band on the Run is widely regarded as Wings' finest achievement and a landmark rock record. Behind its success lies a series of lesser-known stories from its creation. Many fans believe the unusual circumstances surrounding the album's production helped shape the spirit of its iconic title track. Recording the album in Nigeria certainly played a role, but McCartney also drew inspiration from his memories of endless meetings related to the Beatles' Apple Corps. At the time, ongoing legal disputes made those discussions feel inescapable. During one such meeting, George Harrison reportedly compared the band's situation to imprisonment, an image that lingered in McCartney's mind and later fed into the song's theme. The meaning behind Jet has long puzzled listeners, largely due to McCartney's own playful explanations. He initially suggested the name referred to a puppy he once owned, only to later mention that he had also owned a pony with the same name. Whether one animal or two, the true inspiration remains delightfully unclear, especially considering how the song's lyrics leap unpredictably between ideas, titles, and characters. The recording of Band on the Run itself was anything but smooth. Just before sessions were due to begin, two members departed from what had originally been a five-piece lineup. Undeterred, Wings carried on as a trio consisting of Paul McCartney, his wife Linda, and Denny Laine. With McCartney and Laine capable of playing multiple instruments, they handled most of the workload themselves, though a handful of session musicians were later brought in. Among them was saxophonist Howie Casey, whose smooth solo added a distinctive ch to Mrs. Vanderbilt. At the time, it was common in the UK to release singles that did not appear on full-length albums, a practice the Beatles had often followed. Wings continued this tradition when Helen Wheels was released as a standalone single in Britain in 1973, ahead of the album's launch. It was excluded from the UK tracklist but added to the American edition, where album conventions differed. Over time, the US version became the accepted standard, making it hard to imagine Band on the Run without that track included. One of the album's most unusual stories surrounds Picasso's last words, "Drink to Me." The song was the only track recorded at a Nigerian studio owned by legendary Cream drummer Ginger Baker, who contributed percussion by striking a container filled with gravel. The song's origin was just as unexpected. Actor Dustin Hoffman reportedly challenged McCartney to write a song on the spot using a randomly suggested title. Taking up the challenge, McCartney immediately assembled a demo, turning the spontaneous prompt into a fully realized track.